a U.S. firm unveiled a game-changing small nuclear reactor that can power 300,000 homes. Now, this actually looks pretty sleek and small. It seems that there's actually only one reactor here. For those of you not able to see this, I mean, it looks pretty small. I guess there's some cars for reference that are nowhere near the building, so it's kind of hard to judge. Maybe it's bigger than it looks, but it appears to only have one reactor here. Now, the Westinghouse is the company that's announced this and has announced the launch of the AP300, a smaller version of its flagship AP1000 nuclear reactor. This is an effort to extend access to nuclear power and demand for clean energy since that's on the rise. Unfortunately, people have a bad perception of nuclear reactors, but they're actually really safe today and are probably the best source we have. Now, the AP300 is expected to cost around $1 billion per unit, and that's way less than the AP1000's anticipated $6.8 billion. So that'll produce about 300 megawatts of electricity compared to the AP1000's 1,200 and power right around our 300,000 households. Now, the game-changer technology that this brings to us is it's accessible to customers soon, as in by 2027, this could be used in the US. It'd be simpler to replace coal plants with these smaller nuclear reactors, and it will generate about the same power as one of those coal plants would in the first place, which makes it super easy to just kind of swap these in and out. So unlike previous generations, which used these large integrated utilities, were huge, they were massive reactors, and produced a lot of power but took up a lot of space, took up more space than a coal plant would. This is going to cut down on that and make them take up way more. It has the same security measures as the AP1000. Both passive types are cooling systems, which are super important. If basically the point of having these passive cooling systems is extremely important, because at Fukushima, if the AP1000 had been used there instead of what they were using, that incident wouldn't have been an issue with how the cooling system works in these current ones, which is what makes them such a giant game changer. So hopefully this will be something we see in the future for the US. Hopefully they'll start using it in these smaller towns and power things with something renewable, something easy to build and easy to replace other factories with. Obviously, $1 billion for a reactor is expensive, but in the long term, for clean, green energy, it is one of the best ways we can do it, especially now that they're starting to understand how to use nuclear waste and not let that just be so bad for the environment right away.